This week's topic, if you don't ask, the answer is always going to be no. So, what is the lesson here? Well, it's about taking initiative and being proactive. It's about taking action and asking for what we want. Too often, we may assume that we know the answer to something or feel afraid to ask for what we want, whether it's a job promotion, a date with someone we like, or even something as simple as a discount at a store. Asking for what we want can be challenging, especially if we fear rejection or feel uncomfortable with the idea of putting ourselves out there. We may worry about appearing pushy or needy, or we may feel like we don't deserve what we're asking for. To overcome these challenges, it's important to develop a growth mindset. This means embracing the idea that failure is not a reflection of our worth as a person, but rather an opportunity for learning and growing. By reframing failure as a natural and necessary part of the process, we can approach asking for what we want with a sense of curiosity and openness, rather than fear and anxiety. It's also important to be clear about what we want and why we want it. This means taking the time to reflect on our goals and priorities and being honest with ourselves about our motivations. When we have a clear sense of purpose, it can be easier to articulate our needs and make a compelling case for why we deserve for what we're asking for. By not asking, we may miss out on opportunities that could have been available to us. It's important to remember that the worst that can happen is that someone says no. And in that case, we're no worse off than before we asked. But if they say yes, it can open up new possibilities and lead to positive outcomes that we may never have imagined. Asking for what we want can also build our confidence and self-esteem. It shows that we value ourselves and our needs, and we're willing to take action to make them a reality. Of course, it's important to ask in a respectful and appropriate way. This means considering the other person's perspective and being mindful of their time and boundaries. It's also important to be prepared to handle rejection in a positive and constructive way. In conclusion, the saying, if you don't ask, the answer was always no, is a reminder that we have the power to shape our lives and create the future that we want. By taking initiatives and being proactive, we can open up new possibilities and create opportunities and growth and success. So let's ask for what we want and let's make our dreams a reality. Signing off, I'm your DreamMaker. See you next week.